Welcome to the blue carpet premiere of Aquaman. You can see this carpet is packed with press and photographers, and fans have been waiting here all day to get ready for this huge premiere, the Aquaman premiere. It is so appropriate that is a blue carpet, obviously. Aquaman, water. I am so ready for this big night to happen. We're going to be talking to the entire cast of the film. They're going to be arriving on the carpet, and they're going to make their way right over here to us. I'm Tiffany Smith.
Hello, and I am Brandon Davis.
We're super pumped to be here tonight, you guys, in Los Angeles at the Chinese Theater for the massive Aquaman premiere!
I am so excited for so many reasons. First of all, I'm blue, so I match the carpet. I didn't plan that. But
yes,
second
you totally
of all,
did. It was Aquaman, and you're like, blue is the right color to wear.
But second of all, this is the energy here is electric. The fans have just been so excited the entire time. The celebrities are starting to pile in. This is going to be such a cool night. This is going to be my 4th time watching this movie.
I love that so much. I mean, you might be bragging just a little bit that you've seen it 4 times, but still, it's really cool. I like it.
A little bit and that might tell you something about the movie that I'm here for the 4th time already.
So true.
Yeah.
You guys, if you are not here with us in Los Angeles, we have got you completely covered. We've got cameras along the carpet. We are going to be talking to everyone as they make their way down here. I think that might be like the Atlantean call.
I don't somebody's
know.
Here.
There's a massive, massive black truck that has just made its way up to the carpet entrance, and I'm pretty sure it's Jason Momoa in there, the king of Atlantis himself. We're going to have to wait and see. This is live, guys. You never know what's going to happen.
Anybody could walk out of that truck, but I have a feeling that it's going to be Mr. Arthur Curry himself. They're starting to file out. We've got a whole clan here.
And if you guys are watching with us, make sure you're using the hashtag #AquamanMovie. And if you're posting on Instagram in stories, use those GIFs, you guys. Look up Aquaman because there's some really fun ones in there. I've been using them. They're just about as cool as seeing Aquaman himself on the carpet in LA.
There he is. There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Aquaman himself.
With his trident appropriately waiting for him at the steps. This has been so many years in the making. Jason Momoa has had so much fun with all of this, and he's finally here to share this movie with the world, and it's so exciting.
And you guys, there's so many fans here tonight. I'm pretty sure he's going to make his way to say hello to everybody, sign some autographs. That's one of the things I'm so excited about for this movie. It is a family affair. Not only Jason's family is all here, but the fans are family.
That's right. The DC family is coming together here. There he goes. The fans are going wild. He's making his way to the carpet.
You guys,
and that's Aquaman and Cyborg right there. Yes. That is Ray Fisher.
We've got
with
Ray
Jason
Fisher
Momoa.
Here. James Wan has arrived. There's just a mass of people making their way under the carpet right now. I'm so excited to get to talk to them all. But it seems appropriate that it's Aquaman, and this is how it starts out, because the movie feels like a massive party, and that's what the carpet is already feeling like 3 minutes into it.
Look at this, and he's here with his family, and he waited to watch the movie with them because this is such a huge moment for him and for his family and for his just on this journey through life, and he gets to share it with his wife and kids, and I think that is the best thing about this for Jason. I interviewed him a couple weeks back, and I asked him, what it's like to work on this film and what it was like to put on the costume, and he loved all of it. But the one thing he said was he really missed spending time with his family, and as a result, he had to have a beer every now and then. I don't know how he stays in such incredible shape, but
the guy works out a lot.
He's a family guy, and he's proud to bring this movie to his family tonight. I know that. I
think it's one of those things that with it coming out on December 21st, you guys all know that. You've already got all your tickets, multiple tickets. 5th round if you're Brandon here. But it is a really fun, family-friendly movie. What I love about this one is it is so bright and colorful. There is not a moment that there's not something interesting, intriguing, fantastic happening on the big screen. And I think that's totally in part to James Wan directing this project.
James Wan made such a visually stunning film with this one. I saw it in IMAX just for the first time a couple days ago. Comicbook.com brought a screening to Nashville, and it was the first screening in Nashville. We showed it on the biggest screen in the entire city, and it was just beautiful to see it from that floor-to-ceiling screen that was just flawless. And I mean, there's so many beautiful sequences. I mean, the action sequences are incredible. I mean, we've seen so many superhero films by now. We get so many per year. We're getting a few this month, but this one is so unique. It is unlike the action sequences in this are unlike anything you've seen before. I mean, first of all, they're underwater.
Yeah.
That's a big thing right there.
Aquaman is underwater?
And they just look so seamless. I could sit down and talk to James Wan for hours and hours and ask him about his creative process on this movie, because he took such a unique approach, something we've never seen before in film, and he nailed it. He just nailed it.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things that getting to see Aquaman finally on the big screen as a comic book fan, you're like, okay, I know how they do it on the pages of a comic, but how do you pull this off on the big screen, seeing all of these characters underwater for a majority of the film? And for people who have seen it or people who are about to see it, the way that they accomplish this, it's so beautiful, it's so interesting and cool. It's literally like nothing I've ever seen on the big screen before.
And it goes right down, the detail goes right down to the voices. Uh-oh, the shirt is coming off.
Okay.
The king means business. What's going on?
It's very exciting. Jason's here, people are cheering, but now he's got the trident, so people are getting even more excited.
Are they excited for the trident, or are they excited for those arms?
There looks like there's a crowd over there happening. What's going on? Let's check it out. I mean, you talk about this being a family affair, and then Momoa and his crew show up and do a haka on the carpet. I literally get the chills anytime I see people do a haka. It's so emotional and filled. That was incredible. It's
also something entirely different when you see men in suits bringing it, and they bring every ounce of it still. That was pretty incredible. I'm almost a little intimidated to talk to him now. He's so fired up.
I love it so much because from day one, when he was announced that he was going to be playing Arthur Curry, Aquaman, you kind of knew that he was going to be bringing his own flavor of Jason Momoa to this character. And it's stuff like this where you can feel that vibe throughout the movie. And there's particular moments in the movie, too, where you feel like it literally is just Jason being Jason. And it's incredible. Those are some of my favorite moments in the movie.
Oh, yeah, he brought it, too. I mean, I think they brought a piece of that dance into the film, too, early in the movie, because I know how important that is to I mean, that's his spirit. That's where he comes from, and he likes to pay tribute to it. As we talked about earlier, he brought the whole family. He's up there with his best friends, the people closest to him.
The cool thing, you guys, is you got to experience that watching right along with us. If you guys are with us, make sure you're using that hashtag Aquaman movie. He's making his way back down the carpet this way. You can hear everybody getting so excited and cheering. I mean, these guys have been all over the world promoting Aquaman for the last couple of weeks, prepping for this for years in the making. I love that tonight is such a celebration for them and all of us.
And I mean, you never see actors I've never seen an actor who gets this excited to meet his fans. Jason Momoa is a man who appreciates the journey, and he appreciates every person out there. It might be a minute until he gets over here, because he is going to sign as many autographs as they will let him right now. And he's going to have a great time doing it. Look at all the fans out there. They're so excited. And right behind us, we have a ton of fans here, too. I'll bet you he comes over here, and he takes pictures and signs some selfies, right? Signs some autographs right behind. Signs a selfie. Signs some autographs right behind us. Look at that. The concept art that fans brought. This is incredible.
You guys, if you are just joining us, we are here in Los Angeles at the premiere of Aquaman. It hits theaters on December 21st, but if you are an Amazon Prime member, head over to amazonprime.com/Aquaman movie, and you get to see it on the 15th. So much earlier than everybody else, so do that.
An entire week early.
So good.
That is a great deal right there, and if you can't see it then, see it in IMAX on December 21st. But that Amazon Prime deal is sounding pretty sweet right now.
I love this because fans brought posters, they brought Funko figures, they brought photos, they brought so much stuff. And like I said before, he is such a man of the fans, making his way over there, making sure he gets to say hello to a bunch of them before he does this big, massive carpet with all of us tonight.
It was hard for me not to bring my Aquaman pop figures. I'm going to be honest with you.
I think that I thought we were going to have a little time, but we might not. I think that Arthur Curry, Jason Momoa himself, is going to be making his way to the carpet. He's coming over here. The fans are getting super pumped. I'm getting very excited. Let's welcome to the stage right now, Mr. Jason Momoa. I can't believe this. As a comic book fan, I'm like, tonight is the night.
As I predicted, he's going to go meet the fans.
Say hello to the fans. Hello.
What's up, man? How are you?
Can we just jump right into this? I know this movie is a family affair for you, but getting to do the haka on the carpet, what was that like?
That was amazing. I wanted my children to see it and do the haka, and we based the character off the Maori and the Polynesian culture, so it's an honor to be able to do it on the blue carpet.
I love it.
Unreal. Now, you've been having a great time. You've been touring the world with this movie. You hosted Saturday Night Live.
Unreal.
I've been following your journey. It looks like you're having an incredible time. I was told you waited until tonight to watch the movie with your family.
Yeah, tonight I'm going to see it for the first time.
How excited are you for the family and you to sit down? I mean, this movie is years in the making. What is that like?
Well, that was unreal. I'm buzzing right now, so I'm really excited to see it. I just can't wait to my baby's faces, so... Yeah.
I love it so much because I was saying earlier that when you got announced to play this character, everyone was like, Jason Momoa is going to bring his own flavor to this character, and seeing the haka, knowing that just infused how you were going to bring Arthur Curry to life, it gave me the chills seeing you guys out there.
That was amazing. I had a ball.
Is there any scenes in particular, like getting to do this, experiencing the fans all over the world, are there any scenes that you're so excited to see with your family in particular tonight?
Oh, wow. I mean, there's so much action. I've never done this much action in my life, so there's definitely, I'm writing on certain animals that were just blue in a blue room, so I'm excited to see what those animals look like now. But, I mean, when I meet Nicole, my mother for the first time, that's an amazing moment, and, yeah, there's a bunch. I don't know, it's overwhelming.
What about the fans? Because some fans are going to experience this tonight. Some of them are going to see it next weekend, and then in 2 weeks, the whole world is going to see it. Yeah. What do you hope that they take away from this movie?
I think they're just going to have a lot of fun. I think it's just a beautiful movie that you get to go on a journey we've never really been on. In a world where a lot of stuff's been done, this hasn't been done, shooting underwater like this. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of heart in it, too. So, a lot of good sense of humor, and trying to make fun of ourselves and have fun, so it's good. I hope everyone loves it.
And there's so much stuff that happens in this movie, from introductions to characters to exploring different places. Why do you think James was the perfect person to take this on to really manage the world of Atlantis?
He just came screaming in. He's such a visionary, and he really he wanted it. He wanted it probably before I was even there. So I think James' passion for it was even bigger than mine. I mean, he's the perfect match because it's what he loves and what he wanted to do, and he brought it to life. It's amazing.
Did doing it yourself in your own movie add any bit of pressure to you as Aquaman for the first time in a standalone movie?
No. I'm ready for this my whole life. So everyone's just catching on.
And you nailed it. And you nailed it, sir.
I've been doing this for a while, so I'm excited. Hopefully people like it.
The perfect answer. I love it, man. Congratulations. Enjoy.
And if there's anything that you want to say to the fans real quick, we are live for the premiere tonight.
I love you. Have a beautiful holiday season. I hope you get to see me on the big screen. It's amazing.
It is.
It is. So have fun and be safe, and I love you.
Thank you, Jason.
We love you.
We love you too.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a guy.
Oh my gosh.
Coolest guy on the planet. They don't come much cooler than Jason Momoa.
Honestly, you talk about the energy and excitement of being a fanboy or fangirl of the character. When you get to see actors who are the same way, it's incredible. I love it. I love it.
We have someone else joining us right now. The director of this movie himself.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Mr. James Wan is here.
How you doing, sir?
Oh, good.
How exciting is this for you to share this movie with the whole world finally?
It's pretty exciting. I gotta say, I cannot wait. It's been 2.5 to 3 years of my life making this, so I'm happy to finally get this out.
You've been literally all across the world promoting this film. What does it feel like being here in Los Angeles tonight for the big premiere and getting to see Jason do the haka up there?
It's pretty unique, isn't it? I'm trying to rack my brain, trying to think, has any other movie done that before? I think this is pretty special.
This movie is huge. I mean, I've seen it 3 times, and I've seen it on the biggest screen.
You've seen it more than I
I
have.
was going to say, probably more than you right now.
But it's a big movie. It tells a big story.
Right.
What was the burden like to dive into a world this big and establish so much? You nailed it.
Well, I mean, yeah, the tricky thing about this one, good and bad, is the fact that he's never been done before. And because he's never been done before on the big screen to this level is you know, I have a lot of history in his story to get out there, right? And so you know, I gotta introduce him to a whole new set of audience that are not familiar with his backstory.
Well, and you talk about doing things that have never been before seen on the big screen. Nailing the underwater experience, the way it looks, the way it sounds. How hard was that for you to really get it right?
Oh, it was a pain. It was such a pain trying to shoot. Designing the movie was so much fun, but shooting it wasn't as much fun.
I'll tell you this, though. The one thing I noticed about this film is there are plenty of characters besides Aquaman who are incredible themselves. You have Patrick Wilson as Orm.
Right.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as Black Manta. Nicole Kidman as Atlanta.
Yes.
Which of those supporting characters did you have the most fun putting together?
Oh my God, I mean, I love them all for different reasons, you know. Patrick, because I've worked with Patrick many times before, and the guy's amazing. And but you know, Nicole's incredible because she brings so much emotion to the film, and that's what the movie needs. And of course, Yahya playing probably one of the most beloved sort of anti-hero in the comic book world.
Seeing that Black Manta suit for the first time completely blew me away. And I gotta say, from all of the fans, I freaking loved the film. There's so much in it to balance, and you crushed it from the crazy bright colors to having that emotion in there and the great acting. And they're like a family. He's saying hello to everybody over the side. I think Yahya's over.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, listen, creating Black Manta or adapting him to the big screen was truly, you know, one of the best things I think I've done in my filmmaking career. Just doing him justice was very important for me.
Well, I think that there's a ton of people who want to steal a little bit of your time tonight. We've kept you here long enough. I would keep you here talking to you about the movie for hours, but I'm going to let you go and enjoy your evening. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, sir. Enjoy.
Thank you.
See you later.
What's up, guys?
And
oh my
we're
gosh,
not going to waste
guys.
any time here. There's somebody right behind us who's about to step up on the stage with us.
So fast and furious. I love it. Everybody's making their way here. It literally, like I said before, it's a family affair. Everybody's saying hello to each other off to the side. We are about to be joined. You can't have a good hero without a villain in this movie. And I gotta say, there's a pretty great one in here. I was lucky enough to visit the set in Australia, and it was on one of the days when they were shooting some stuff with Black Manta, and I was completely blown away. So I am very excited to welcome this guy to the stage.
Yeah, we just talked about it with James Wan. Black Manta is an incredible character. Seeing him in live action, it's almost a scary thought to think you're bringing this big old head, but they nailed it, and here he is, Mr. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
I'm doing great. Yourselves?
Good, you're bringing the dance energy, so I was going to dance with you.
You know, they got the music. It's a good night. I know that guy on camera right there. He looks half decent, right?
How does it feel being here tonight for the premiere, finally, in Los Angeles?
I waited so long for this film. I still haven't seen it yet, so I get to come.
You either?
I still have not seen it yet. I get to see it with the fans. I waited, you know, almost a year and a half to see this thing and to finally see it made. So it's a really exciting time.
Spoiler alert, you're really good in it.
Uh-oh.
You're really, really good in it. Black Manta was my favorite part of the film. Man, the costume. When I visited the set in Australia, you didn't have the costume on, but we saw a picture of it, and you were just tremendously geeked out about it.
Yeah.
How did it feel to put that thing on? Does it move easy? Because you had some action sequences.
You have to, the suit is strong, and the suit almost has a mind of its own, so you have to will it to do what it wants to do. But once you get inside of that thing, you can run through walls. You feel as powerful as it looks. And it looks great on screen also.
That's the true power of the Black Manta, that you can run through walls when you put on that suit. You can't talk about Black Manta without talking about the blades that you get to fight with. Talk about learning some of that choreography and getting comfortable and controlling the suit like you did.
Look, well, it was months of a lot of hard work under a really, really smart team. And it's all designed to make us look, to make us look good. So a lot of sweat, a lot of imagination, and just really, really getting after it,
Well, it definitely comes across.
I know you're in an awesome suit, but when you have to go toe-to-toe with a guy with the stature of Jason Momoa, I mean, does that ever get a little bit, I know it's acting, but is that ever a little bit intimidating?
See, the thing about Jason is a really nice guy. So Jason he's really sweet. So he's never really, really intimidated, you know what I mean? But, I actually try to go a little bit easy on Jason, because I don't want to give him too much.
I really wish you would have said that before he came over here, because I would have been like, so Yaya said he didn't go full out in the fights with you. He just wanted to be a little careful.
Yeah, no, but Jason's dope. He's actually a pro, so he would come in and learn the fights, change him up and just make him look camera ready. And he's a pro at the hand-to-hand combat stuff, so we were always safe. But the most important thing, we always looked like we were just really going at it and really having that battle and letting that come across on the camera.
Well, like I said before, you can't have a good hero without an awesome villain, and I'm so excited for everybody else to get to finally meet your Black Manta.
Thank you. I'm excited for that as well. I appreciate it.
I have one last question
What's
for
up?
you. If you were writing the script for future movies, would you want to see more Aquaman versus Black Manta? But I know you're a comic fan. You want to be the leader of like a Suicide Squad, like that new 52?
I would be down for it all. I love the Black Manta character. I think he has so much wit, so much personality, so much aggression, so much purpose. And this movie only shows just a small fraction of everything that he's capable of, everything that the fans know that he's capable of. So, hopefully there's more in store.
And I don't want to give any spoilers, but I'm like, he's kind of funny too. He's a little funny
So good.
sometimes.
And this
Just
is why
a little.
you nailed it, because you have that passion and you love the character.
Yeah, he's a little bit funny. He's also a guy who I think doesn't get the butt of the jokes. He
doesn't know he's making a joke.
He doesn't know that he's making the jokes. He doesn't get the jokes. So if this was something to go on, I'd be looking forward to bringing a whole lot more layers to this guy as well.
Well, congratulations. I know the fans are pumped. There's somebody else who's made their way here. I don't want to give anything away about if you meet him, if you talk to him in the movie. I don't know.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by, man. Congratulations and
It was
enjoy
so much
the
fun
night.
tonight. Thank you so much.
Good to see you all.
Fans, and it's our honor to have you enjoying this premiere. Thank you so much.
Seriously, guys, this night is so much fun. There's so many people here already on the carpet, but right now we have got a fun little package for all of those Robloxians out there. Check this out.
Hey Robloxians, I'm Jason Momoa.
And I'm Amber Heard, and together we play Arthur Curry and Mira in the upcoming movie AQUAMAN. In the film, King Orm seeks vengeance against the surface world from polluting our oceans and threatening our Atlantean way of life.
Now you're about to go on an epic adventure to save Atlantis and the world from an all-out war.
The time has come for Atlantis to rise again.
Join us on a series of quests throughout the Roblox universe.
And with your help, the combined power of the Roblox community, Aquaman can find his trident and reclaim the throne before humanity is doomed.
Billions will die unless you help us.
Complete the trials that await, and you'll unlock ancient treasures from the Kingdom of Atlantis. Plus, an exclusive digital grand prize. Head to roblox.com/Aquaman to start playing today.
Good luck, have fun. We'll see you in the theaters when Aquaman arrives on December 21st.
We are back here on the carpet. This is so exciting. We're joined by another member of Aquaman's cast, Ludi Lin.
Yes, sir.
Known as Captain Merc.
Captain Merc, soon to be General Merc.
You're already upgrading yourself. You're like, I'm that good in this movie.
Try to get promoted.
How does it feel to join a universe like this, to join an epic franchise, which is the DC Comics universe, as an iconic character fans already knew, and you get to bring him to the big screen?
Hey, it's good, man. It's James's brainchild, so it's nice to be a part of any universe he's a part of.
And I gotta say, for everybody watching, make sure you're using the hashtag Aquaman movie, but you're no stranger to being in a film that has a massive fandom surrounding it. What makes the Aquaman fans different for you?
Just look behind you, look around you. And Aquaman got a huge reception in China, and that's where I was born, so it was great to be welcomed like that.
That's incredible. You got to wear a pretty cool costume in this movie, man. You got to get in on some action. I want to hear, what was your favorite part? What are you really hoping the fans take away from your role in this movie?
Yeah, I really like how the costumes are super heavy, so you could hardly move in them. And so you actually have to get super strong and do lots of squats just to take a step. So yeah, it was a grueling process, but we got through it.
Well, you definitely pulled it off, and I feel like maybe that was like James's little rite of passage for you guys. If you're gonna play in my movie, you better be able to carry stuff like an Atlantean would.
Yeah, he's a bit of a sadist, if you can tell from some of his movies. But it was good. It was a pleasure and an honor.
Well, he was definitely a good captain of this ship for you guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you. I will. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Enjoy the film.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Guys, this carpet is so crazy. Right now we are being joined by another cast member. I told you it's live. Everything's going so fast right now. The Ocean Master himself, Patrick Wilson. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's crazy.
It's a little crazy, just another day in the life of Ocean Master.
It's true. What does it feel like getting to be here in Los Angeles? I know you guys have been all around the world. I got to chat with you guys in New York for the junket, but finally being here in LA with the entire cast to finally get to see this.
On the way over here, I came over here with my kids, and I said to my boys, it was 2 years ago when I said I'm finally going to be in a movie that you guys can watch. And as we pulled up, we just sort of had this big exhale of and we're here, So we can go all over the world and promote this movie, but there's nothing like it, this theater and being here in LA. So this is what it's all about.
And you're the first actor to take on the role of Ocean Master in a movie.
Yeah.
It's an iconic DC Comics character. What kind of responsibility comes with that?
Well, I try not to think about that. No, I'm the kind of guy who I do all the research. I read every comic that I can. I dig deep in all the Orm lore. So I feel like if you do that and you want to give it, and then at least your performance is truthful, whether you like it or not. That's certainly up to you, but I certainly want to honor the role. I think I have.
I gotta ask for all the comic fans, because you read comics, you get to know a character. There's certain characteristics that you love about them. What were some of those ones that you pulled out of that research that you were like, I gotta make sure this comes across?
Well, I love somebody that is that devout at fighting for his environmentalism or fighting to save his oceans. Somebody that believes he literally will destroy everyone in order to preserve his oceans. I mean, he is a villain, so I get it. It's a little irrational and violent, but you do sort of admire that passion.
Little extreme, but for a good cause, right?
Okay, it's a comic.
Drastic measures. Hey, drastic times call for drastic measures. I asked Yaya this earlier. Jason Momoa is a big fella.
Yeah.
And you guys both went face-to-face with him in this movie in some choreographed, crazy combat sequences. What is that like? Is that a little bit intimidating?
No, I mean...
and that's why he's Orm in this movie. He's like, nah, it's good.
Did he accidentally punch anybody in the face?
No, and I say no, not out of some ego. I say it out of, I've done a lot of combat, and Jason's done a ton, and it's a dance, and I can make all the jokes. There's no height underwater, like all that stuff doesn't really matter. But his actual skill set of combat is pretty great. So it's actually it's fun. I never felt. The only thing you want to feel in a stunt scene is safe. And in every fight, I always felt safe with him. Like we had a good rapport.
Amazing. Well, you guys did such a great job together on the screen.
That chemistry between the two of you guys comes across. The fights are incredible. I can't wait for all of you guys to see them. Thank you so much for chatting with us. Enjoy the evening with your family.
Thank you very much. Thanks, you guys.
Congrats.
And if you guys are watching, if you're just joining, use that hashtag Aquaman on Instagram, on Twitter. Make sure you're using the Aquaman GIFs in your Instagram story search bar. There's some really fun GIFs in there. I've been posting since we got here.
If you guys are just joining us, we are here on the blue carpet for the premiere of Aquaman in Los Angeles. It has been a huge night already. We've talked to Jason Momoa, James Wan, Patrick Wilson, Yaya was here talking to us about Black Manta. So cool.
Unbelievable that we're at this point. What a time to be alive as a comic book fan. The movies we're getting are just unbelievable. And this one, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's unlike any other movie we've seen in this genre.
It's so true. And as a comics fan myself, there's so many times where we're getting to see things now, whether it's on TV or film like this, things that as a comic book fan I never thought I would get to see on the big screen. And that is thanks to so many great people who worked on this film. Right now, we are being joined by one of those men. Peter, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you tonight?
I am so excited to be here.
We are more excited to be here. We truly are more excited to be here than you are.
How does it feel being here in Los Angeles for the premiere of Aquaman? Because I know it's been a long time coming. We got to see him in another movie before, but now this is the standalone Aquaman one.
Listen, it's been a long journey, and it hasn't always been an easy one. But I am so excited for audiences in Los Angeles to finally see the movie and see what James Wan and the cast and the crew have done. It's pretty spectacular. Nobody is going to go home disappointed from this movie. That I promise.
Peter, I got to go down to Australia and visit the set, and we talked there.
Yes.
And it was you were psyched about the Black Manta costume. You were psyched about the
I think
orange.
I might have showed you.
You showed me the picture.
early.
I don't think you were supposed
to,
but you did.
To do that.
You just said it on. You said it on live. Everybody knows now.
But now that I saw your passion when we were on set, I saw how excited you were about the film. What are you hoping that people take away now that you have the experience of sharing it with the fans?
You know, listen, I think it is truly the film that has everything. It's got spectacular action. It's got great heart. It's got a fantastic family drama in there. It is really the next generation of superhero movies. And that's what I'm so excited for people to finally see.
What do you think it is? Because not only is there so much incredible stuff that you're just like, the whole time my eyes were so wide, but the actors that came on board for this movie are incredible. What do you think it is about this character, this film in particular, that made so many people say, yeah, I want to be a part of this?
Well, Jason Momoa is Aquaman, right? Never has there been a superhero character so perfectly married to the actor that plays him. So I think people saw that. They saw that he was going to be the perfect guy for it. And James Wan, he's got a fantastic resume, right? I mean, he's a guy that everybody wants to work with. He's turned out hit after hit, and all both critically acclaimed and commercially successful. So I think that's why everybody jumped on board.
This is a big, big movie. I mean, it explores corners of this DC universe which we've never seen brought to live-action life before. How much bigger can you possibly get from this movie? Is that even possible after this?
You know what? This feels like it's the biggest it could possibly be, but I guarantee that this group together, DC and Warner Brothers and James and Jason, we will find a way to top it. I'm sure of it.
Yes, and we will be waiting with bated breath for that moment after seeing this one a couple more times.
Well, thank you guys very much.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening.
All right, thanks, guys. See you soon.
All right, you guys. Peter, such a cool guy, producer of the film Aquaman. We're about to be joined by another one of the actors from this one. You talk about the acting credit in this movie. Jaimin Hansu is in this one. He's awesome. I love the fact that this guy is no stranger to the comic book world. He loves being a part of them, and we're pumped to chat with him. What's been your favorite part of the carpet so far?
I'll tell you, that haka dance at the top, that was pretty unbelievable. Men in suits just get tongues out, energy high. It was incredible. And then talking to Jason immediately afterwards, does it get much better than that?
It might just get a little better, because right now we are being joined by Jaimin Hansu. How you doing, sir?
Great. It's exciting to be here. You know, for the first time I'm going to see the film myself. So yeah, much anticipated story. Yeah.
There are so many people in this film that are here tonight and saying it's their first time seeing it tonight. Why did you decide to wait until tonight to see it? Because you want to watch it with the fans or family?
What better time to see it and then to see it with the audience, you know, normal audience, and then you really kind of like, you know, sort of like let yourself be entertained, you know. So yeah.
Talk to me about taking on the role of the Fisherman King. I mean, that's a pretty cool gig, and you looked really, really cool.
I just loved the idea of telling a story like this. James Wan, you know, called me and asked me to you know, lend my voice for the Fisherman King. But you know, we in Africa believe strongly that the world, you know, there's another world in the ocean that mimics sort of like the world on Earth, you know, and so it's great to see this come together and to see a hero, you know, from the water.
Sure.
I grew up reading comic books, loving these characters, feeling so connected to them. you are no stranger to the comic book film world. What is it for you about these characters, these stories in particular, that you keep wanting to come on board and being a part of them?
They empower, society. I think, they give a better, sort of like, why not dream? Why not dream about, even the impossible? Why not? There's nothing, no crime in that. So it's great to escape our world, our generic sort of like everyday to, everyday world, yes.
Were you a fan of comic books at all growing up? Were you reading any?
Not really, because I was sort of like, I was raised in Africa, and so we are not so exposed to the comic book world as much as you are, here. But I remember growing up in Africa, I had a couple of friends who had, came up with a comic book, like a little booklets.
Wait, they made them?
Wow.
No, they didn't make them, but they found them somewhere, or they bought something that, it came along with it. Kind of like buying an expensive detergent or something like that. So you get, some time to time you get a nice novel, comic novel in some of those package, yeah.
Incredible. That's awesome. And look at you now. Now you're on the biggest comic book movies of the year.
Yeah, well, we just finished Captain Marvel, and so that's exciting and coming out very soon.
And I gotta ask you just one last question, because obviously Jason Momoa, Aquaman, the title character of this movie, but James Wan, getting all of you guys together, making this movie come together like it did, what is it about him as a director that he can handle that?
He's such a personal, I think, director for an actor, and he has an amazing vision of story, and it's great to talk to him, because most of us, everything is very action-oriented and very graphic and a very, sort of like special effects driven. So it's difficult for us to even understand the dynamic of the story. So we refer to him, and he's the...
you got to really trust him.
You got to trust him. But he's trustworthy, and he's a great talent, and he's a great storyteller, and he's a great director.
Well, I wish that you'd seen it, because I kind of want to talk to you after and be like, how do you feel seeing all that stuff up on the big screen?
I'll let you know next time.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your evening and enjoy the movie.
Enjoy.
Thank you. You guys, this carpet has been incredible so far. We've got more coming, so don't move. While you guys are sitting there, make sure you're posting your pictures using the hashtag AquamanMovie and use those GIFs in Instagram stories, and we will be right back with so much more. You guys, we are back here on the blue carpet at the premiere for Aquaman. Right now, I'm so excited because we are joined by Mira. Amber Heard, how are you doing tonight?
I'm great. I'm so excited. Oh my God, it's incredible to see this. Everyone's so hyped up. I love it. It's why you do this.
You're one of the few cast members we've talked to tonight who have seen the movie so far. So what was?
No, they haven't out. I'm like, oh man.
Everybody's waiting to see it. You've seen it. Do you have a favorite moment that isn't too spoilery, but that you just really were proud of?
I play a character that kicks some ass, and there's one sequence in particular that Mira really throws down, and I'm really proud of that.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's pretty epic,
it's
and
really
I'm just
cool.
excited for girls, especially girls and women, to see that. Also, like, for guys too, but for young ladies to see it, I'm like, yes.
As a comic book fan, she's one of my favorite characters because of that reason. And we started the carpet. Jason did the haka up there on the carpet with his voice. It was so incredible to see that. And then having you here, knowing that you are in this movie, and you're like, yeah, I can stand toe to toe with that. That's so awesome. Was there anything when you walked onto set that you and Jason kind of talked about to make sure you got that dynamic between Mara and Arthur just right?
You know, I think those things are really special. They're about, you know, communication that's nonverbal, and we just really get along, and we figured it out very early. You know, we have that dynamic in real life, you know, in many ways, so it was kind of easy.
I got to go down to the set it was about a year ago now, down in Australia, and I saw some of the stuff you guys do. This requires a tremendous amount of imagination, but I feel like it also required a good bit of training because the action sequences, the wires, or those machines that you're on. What was that experience like? Did it compare to anything you had done before?
Oh man, no. I mean, you're playing a superhero, so you got to do a super amount of work. There ain't nothing normal about it.
When I got to do the set visit, I actually got to go in the harness that you guys use to mimic the swimming, and I gotta say, I looked very uncool doing it. So watching you guys on the big screen and seeing how incredible you nailed it, was there anything that, like, moments where you were like, I can't believe I'm doing this?
Yeah, there are so many of those. I'm not gonna lie, you know, also we had a lot of green screen, so you're wearing this, you know, hairnet and or a bald cap, and you have this like very, very unflattering harness situation going on, and you're always constantly working really hard to just look natural. Yeah. So it was really unflattering. The hardest part of my job is like trying to act glamorous and regal and, you know, beautiful in some way while I had these cubes, like the digital tracking cubes attached to my bald cap or my wig cap. It was just really weird.
This film has such a tremendous cast. I mean, you, Jason, Dolph Lundgren, Nicole Kidman, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, Willem Dafoe. I mean, those names are in some of the biggest titles in cinema. Was there ever like a pinch yourself moment where you guys were all together and you were like, I can't believe some of these people, I'm working with them right now?
I'm lucky my job affords me so many of those pinch me moments.
I love that. It's incredible getting to see all of you guys here tonight, too, because what comes across in the movie is that you guys did build a little family together while you were shooting this. Everyone's been hugging. Everyone's been cheering right along with all the fans that are here. Is there anything that you want to say to the fans real quick before we send you on the carpet?
Yeah, thank you so much. You know, this is the reason we do it. This is exactly why we do it, is to see this kind of reaction and this energy. It's infectious, and it makes all of that other stuff worth it.
So true. Well, thank you so much, and enjoy the evening.
Thank you. Congratulations.
So cool, you guys. And I know we mentioned those harnesses and stuff. We've got a little behind-the-scenes footage from the set for you guys to check out. Take a look.
For me, the most important thing is the story that I'm telling. Whether it's a scary set piece or a dramatic moment, it all comes down to the characters, and if you care about them. Aquaman is very powerful, but what drives him comes from a very human place.
His story resonated with me instantly. He's not accepted here, not really accepted here. I definitely could identify with that.
I fell in love with the project and fell in love with Mira. She's no damsel in distress. She's a strong, badass, empowered superhero.
With Aquaman, the trick and also part of the fun is designing a whole different world that we've never seen before. You're pretty much just limited by your own imagination.
There's just a whole lot of magic on this project. Once they put all these things together behind James's vision, blows my mind still.
The appeal of it was to step into something else. You really are invigorated because of it.
You get to experience all these amazing worlds. We haven't been under the ocean yet. This is our outer space.
I keep going back to that inherent fascination that we have with the ocean. And if it turned on you?
Just the sheer vastness and the mystery of it. There's still a lot we don't know.
I've always known that I want to do an action movie. I get to be a big kid on the playground and cause trouble, blow things up.
Your body is constantly working. You're doing judo, jiu-jitsu, fight choreography.
After 4.5 months of stunt training 6 days a week, you feel pretty superhuman.
I get to present Aquaman to the world in this really badass and cool way.
We have never seen this on screen. And that's the truth.
You get to fall in love with the idea of what it's like to have these powers and be a kid. And that's fun for the family, it's fun for everyone.
We want to create something interesting. We don't want the standard. James Wan can't do the standard.
Any great superhero story should make you feel that you've learned something from these characters, and you yourself have the ability to do good. And you don't need a cape to be able to do that.
We are back here, you guys, in Los Angeles. We are at the premiere of Aquaman. Right now, I'm so excited. Every time somebody comes up on the stage with us, I'm like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited again.
This is an exciting night.
It truly is. Dolph Lundgren here with us. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Great. Very nice. Yeah, thank you.
This movie is such a fan frenzy surrounding it. People are waiting all day. You got out of the car, you walked up, you said hello to the fans. What is it about Aquaman fans that are so different than some of the other fandoms that you're a part of?
Whoa, I don't know. I mean, they seem to be a little crazier or something. Expendables was crazy too, but this is about as big as I've seen probably, yeah.
What about the experience when you're working on this film? Because as Tiffany mentioned, you've been a part of some iconic films and titles, and your resume is so impressive. How did it all stack up to this movie? Because I feel like this was something unique.
Well, it was unique because it's very big, bigger than any other film I've been in, and also because it's all my stuff's underwater. But you shoot it, it's called dry for wet, so you're basically hanging in a harness. And the heavier you are, the more the harness cuts into certain parts of the male anatomy, so it's a little painful, and but I enjoyed it. The rest of it was good.
So that's why your character is so angry in the movie.
That's why he's a little bit PO'd, yeah, a little bit.
I gotta say too, this movie, getting to see it up on the big screen, there's so much stuff that I was like, oh my gosh, every second. You guys get to ride some of the coolest sea creatures ever? Have you seen it already? Have you seen your clips of what you're riding it on?
I saw the film in London at the premiere. But you're right, I wanted to see it a second time because there's so much great stuff in it, so yeah.
How do you kind of find that balance when you are on a green screen or blue screen, like you said, subbing the dry for wet? What was it?
Yeah, dry for wet.
Yeah. How do you kind of make sure that you're really imagining the right stuff?
It's difficult. I mean, in this film, they showed us to have the whole film animated on one monitor, so they take you over and show you this is what's going to happen, and then you get back, and then you try to perform to that what you just saw. So it's a bit easier, but sometimes you have to just imagine it. So
So were you like seeing the animation? You're like, no, I'm riding a great white, not the sea dragon thing.
Believe me, James Wan stuff was better than anything I could imagine. Otherwise, I could have directed a picture, but he was much better, so I would go, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I'll do it.
King Nereus is a really complex character in this film.
Yeah.
He's very multidimensional. He's got a lot of twists and turns. What was it that drew you into this part?
You're right, yeah. I like the character a lot because he's kind of gray, he's in between. You know, he's kind of a good guy, but he's making some not so good decisions.
Sure.
And then, of course, at the end, because of my daughter, I decide to, you know, go the right. I don't want to give it away, but yeah, it's a complex character. I like it, yeah.
Well, and right before we let you go, the fans are cheering. We got a fan question for you from Government Unicorn. What do you want fans to take away from this experience, the experience of Aquaman?
Well, I think the film is a ride. It's certainly visually exciting. But I think also there's some great performances in there, and it's a good story. And I think, you know, James Wan wants to say something about the oceans as well, what, you know, some of us are doing to the oceans, you know, not us, but other people. So it's about that, too. So there's some positive stuff there, too.
I love it. I love when you can take a character like this, have some fun, but also get a cool message out there as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Enjoy.
Thanks, man. I'm glad you're wearing blue.
Enjoy the evening. I got my blue on too.
We all called each other tonight before the premiere and said,
I feel
hey,
like
you wearing blue?
You can't come
blue.
to this carpet, this show, without like being Aquaman ready. I even got some jewelry from Rosalinda, and it is like all under the sea. We've got my ocean pearls and stuff. I came ready. I was like, it felt very Aquaman vibes to me.
Impressive. Look, there's a shark in the audience. And there is one, Miss Nicole Kidman.
There was all of a sudden like a hush that came over the carpet. We talked about all of these incredible actors that are a part of this film, and the next woman that is going to be joining us on the carpet is no different. I gotta say, when I heard that she was going to be a part of this movie, I was so excited because I feel like whenever you do a comic book film and you hear that Oscar-winning nominated actors are going to be a part of it, you know you're going to get something special.
And that's exactly what we got. I mean, this has such a tremendous cast. You've seen them tonight on our live stream.
I
if
don't
you're just
block
joining
it.
us,
We're getting fan
right
pictures,
behind us.
fan autographs right now. Nicole Kidman is right behind us. Queen Atlanta. I'm so pumped to talk to her.
She's a legend. She's a legend, and she's playing a legendary character, and it fits. It's all tremendous.
And if you guys are watching with us, geeking out as hard as we are, use that hashtag Aquaman movie. Use those GIFs and Insta stories. We've got so much more coming. And you guys, if you haven't already gotten your tickets, which I know you already did, but get some more, head over to fandango.com/Aquaman movie to get those tickets for December 21st.
That's right. And to see it early, Amazon Prime members, December 15th, you can get tickets and you can go see this one a week before everyone else can. That's exclusive. That's really cool. And that's the best way to avoid spoilers.
You still hear everyone cheering because Jason Momoa has made his way back down the carpet to talk with some more fans, to take some more photos. Like I said, you guys, this is a fan-friendly film. It's family-friendly, too. I think, I gotta say, this is maybe the most actors, people on the carpet that I've seen that have brought their kids to the premiere of one of the DC superhero movies that I've seen. Everyone, there's like kids running around the carpet, and I love that. I love it so much.
Thank you very much,
All right,
we have
you guys.
a very special guest.
The time has come. Nicole Kidman is joining us here on the carpet. Queen Atlanta, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here. I can't believe the amount of fans. It's amazing.
Amazing. I have to start off right off the bat, just like the movie. You have an incredible action sequence in this film. Have you seen it yet?
I've not seen the whole movie. I know the action sequence because I've seen most of it. But I'm sitting through the movie tonight with my kids. My kids are here. And I've also brought all the kids from Big Little Lies. So they're all so excited.
What are you expecting from the family when they see this movie?
They're calling me AQUAMAN, which is... I think I'm taking that. I'm like, okay, I'll take that.
What was it about this character? Because I'd heard that you'd obviously wanted to work with James Wan before, but this character in particular, what was it that you were like, yeah, I'm ready to take on a comic book character?
She's the queen. I was like, you don't turn down the queen, right?
It's true.
What is it about these giant...
I said, please just give me a great action sequence. And he did.
He delivered. I mean,
yeah. And I love him. He's so easy. He's so kind. And he's just so much fun. So
yeah. I'm not kidding when I say this movie starts with one of the most incredible action sequences in any superhero movie, and she is responsible for it. It's incredible. But what is it you think? I mean, we have fans, thousands of fans out here on Hollywood Boulevard right now for the premiere, and there's going to be exponentially more heading to their theaters when this movie comes out on December 21st. What is it about superheroes and these types of movies that you think gets people so excited?
I think it's fun. I think you get to go and you get to get lost in a world that is a different world. It's a fantasy world, and you get to go and exist in it. And it becomes very, very real for people. And I'm usually in smaller films, so to be in something that's got so much fantasy and fun and it's exciting, and it transports you.
Well, and before we let you go, because I know there's tons of people waiting to talk to you, but you got to say hello to some of the fans back there. Is there anything that you want to say to the fans watching right now?
Just take your kids, go have fun, have a great, great holiday season, and see Aquaman.
I love it. Thank you so much. It was so nice to meet you. Enjoy your evening with your family. Oh my gosh.
What a night.
I gotta say,
look at this.
I walked out of the theater seeing the movie and I was like, the fight scene that she gets to do is incredible. And it's incredible.
There's so much that comes after that in this movie, but you just are left remembering one of the very first scenes of the film, and it's just stunning.
There's been so much stuff going on here on the carpet. We need to process it for a minute. So we're going to let you guys go, but we will be right back in just a minute. Make sure you're using that hashtag while you're watching. Be right back.
Not from Southern California.
This has been such an incredible night. You can see that the carpet is still packed. So many people are still hanging out. It's such a party atmosphere here in Los Angeles at the Chinese Theater for the premiere of Aquaman.
This was an unbelievable night. I'm so happy to have been a part of this night with you, Tiffany. And we talked to some of the most incredible people in Hollywood. What an Aquaman, guys. It comes out on December 21st. I can't recommend it enough in IMAX. You see 26% more of the screen than you do in a regular theater. So if it's not sold out yet, buy a ticket to go see this thing in IMAX, because this is a visually stunning adventure that you need to see every inch of.
I am for sure going to be seeing it with my family over the Christmas holiday. And for you guys, if you haven't already gotten your tickets, or if you need to get more, head over to fandango.com/Aquaman movie. And if you are an Amazon Prime member, guess what? You get to see it on December 15th. So head over there, grab your tickets there, or head over to Fandango. Either way, make sure you see this movie.
Yeah, do not miss this movie. It's big, it's epic, it's stunning, it's for the whole entire family. It's a family story, but it's gigantic at the same time.
You guys, thank you so much for joining us and hanging out this evening. Make sure you're using that hashtag Aquaman movie to keep the conversation going. I'm Tiffany Smith. I'm so pumped to get to be a part of these premieres and get to fan out with all of you guys every time. I'm such a comic book geek. I love it.
Thank you, guys. I'm Brandon Davis. I'll see you soon.
Bye.